So thank you for giving me an opportunity to talk on this very historic bill, which is, as Mahesh Jethmalani, Honorable Member, mentioned, whose time is long overdue. Time has come is not the word, but it is long overdue. And I actually what happened? Oh, okay.
Yeah. No.
Thank you very much.
Yes, what's the problem?
No, he's not objecting to that. No, he's not.
I think certain things have to be over.
Thank you very much, Pramod Tiwari ji. Thank you.
But it speaks of a high level of attention.
That's right.
360 degree.
That's right, sir. But I'm very grateful that you reminded, sir. Sir, I speak in favor, and this is an intervention that you permitted me, I speak in favor of the Nari Shakti Vandan Adhiniyam. And this proposed 128th amendment has actually been very thoughtfully crafted, considering that we are at a very critical stage of our development process. We've seen the success, and I certainly want to credit Sri P.V. Narasimha Rao ji's government for having brought in the 33% reservation in the Panchayat Raj at that time. And as a result, we've seen the groundswell at the Panchayat level, where 33% reservation today by many states has been increased to 50% as well. About 20 states have already brought in 50% reservation, and showing, therefore, the contribution of women at the Panchayat, although it started with 33%, now has gone up to 50%. There are no regrets. Actually, people are very happy that there's actual participatory process which is seen in the ground. And in this context, I remember one of the earliest steps that as Chief Minister, Honorable Prime Minister in Gujarat had taken up was also to encourage 50% and also unanimous elections he would incentivize so that it should be non-partisan and that it should be with a common call taken by the Panchayat. So innovative ways of wanting people's participation has been always attempted to. So this one is long overdue because it partly also answers a lot of members who have been saying from the morning, why did it take 9 long years for you to bring the bill now? I would like to respond, and equally as I'm going down talking about this bill, it is important, sir, that we build consensus and also show that we are committed for the economic, social empowerment of women as well. We've heard several members today speaking about how since 2014, there have been very sincere ground-level attempts to provide house, provide drinking water, provide smoke-free kitchen, provide dignity, which was a word used by Mahesh Jethmalani just before me, about providing toilets and so on. So these are also the fundamental bricks which build on empowering women. So social empowerment, economic empowerment, I'll go into a bit of detail a bit later. So what this proposed bill provides for is reservation of seats for women in the House of the People, in Lok Sabha. I've heard some members talk about reservation also should be brought in for the upper house. With the indirect election process and the way in which preference is shown in the voting, it's just not going to be possible to do any reservation. Let us keep that outside of this discussion, although it's well-meant, the well-meaning suggestion has come in, but that's not going to be workable if it is not a direct election. So this bill actually provides, therefore, for reservation of seats for women in the House of the People, Lok Sabha, and also in the legislative assemblies of every state. and also in the National Capital Territory of Delhi. It proposes, sir, again, people have picked up on this word, but I reiterate it. It proposes that as nearly as maybe 1/3 seats shall be reserved for women. So that's the first two salient feature of this bill. So what it would do is to bring in a new article 330A, which is intended for reservation of seats for women in the Lok Sabha. Second, it also brings in a new article 332A, which proposes reservation of seats for women in the state legislative assembly. Another, which is an existing article, which is 239AA, is proposed to be amended for providing reservation for legislative assembly of National Capital Territory of Delhi. So all these three are happening. It also then intends that there shall be a reservation for women belonging to scheduled castes, scheduled tribes, in respect of the seats reserved for scheduled castes and scheduled tribes. So consequential amendments, sir, over and above all this, will also be made to the relevant acts for Puducherry and for J&K. Now, we come to the point on which, again, the previous speaker has gone into greater detail with his legal acumen to say how exactly this is going to be implemented. I'll have a minute on that. As far as the implementation of the proposed reservation for women, the new article 334A is inserted into the Constitution. It intends that after the bill is enacted, and after the bill comes into operation, and thereafter that, whenever the first census takes place, and the relevant figures for that census are published, a fresh delimitation exercise shall be undertaken, and for the purpose of delimitation of seats for providing reservation for women in the Lok Sabha, in the state legislative assemblies, and also in the Legislative Assembly of Delhi. Now, this exercise of delimitation, sir, will be limited to identifying the number of seats and those seats which are to be reserved for women, and it shall not affect the interstate distribution of seats of Lok Sabha and the legislative assemblies of the state. So we just want to make this absolutely clear as to what this constitutional amendment bill is proposing to do, and the reservation of seats shall cease after a period of 15 years from the commencement of this very proposed law. So this is where I think we are coming up with this constitutional amendment. It also sort of very clearly states that this reservation shall not apply until the Lok Sabha or Legislative Assembly of a particular state or the Legislative Assembly of Delhi is dissolved. So that is the main feature of this proposed constitutional amendment. Is this the first time we are talking about this reservation for women? Not at all. There have been 4 genuinely serious attempts to get this bill through, sir. The first ever attempt was in 1996 on 12th September in the 11th Lok Sabha, where Sri H.D. Devegowda was the Prime Minister, and that bill which was brought in was referred to a joint committee headed by Srimati Geeta Mukherjee, who immediately took up the work, and within 3 months, on 9th December 1996, she gave her report, and the bill remained there for almost a year. But because of the dissolution of the Lok Sabha, the 11th Lok Sabha, on 4th December 1997, this bill also lapsed. This bill, one particular feature which I'd like to highlight is this bill provided for so it provides for reservation, rotation of seats. So the next one, second attempt made was on 14th December 1998 by Sri Atal Bihari Vajpayee's government, 12th Lok Sabha. In this, the bill was almost identical to the one which was presented earlier, but a 15-year period was brought in. Now, this bill also lapsed due to the dissolution of the 12th Lok Sabha on 26th April 1999. A second attempt was made again by Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee on 23rd December 1999. That was the 13th Lok Sabha. And then the bill hadn't been pursued at all because they couldn't develop any consensus of view. And again, this also lapsed on the dissolution of the 13th Lok Sabha on 6/2/2004. The fourth attempt, which is the most recent attempt, happened on 6th May 2008. In the Rajya Sabha, the bill was introduced under Dr. Manmohan Singh's government, UPA 2, very identical bill to the one which was previously tabled, which couldn't be pursued in the Lok Sabha. And this bill, which was brought in the Rajya Sabha, was referred to a standing committee, a department-related parliamentary standing committee on personnel, public grievances, law and justice on 8th May 2008 for examination. And it got passed, taken up for consideration and passed in the Rajya Sabha on March 2010, and then it was transmitted to the Lok Sabha on 12th March 2010. It was just transmitted. But till 2014, it couldn't be taken up for various reasons. I'm not here going to go into the detail as to why it couldn't be cleared, but it didn't get cleared, and it lapsed. It is important for us to know that it lapsed on the dissolution of the 13th Lok Sabha on 18 May 2014. So, I may be pardoned if I'm repeating something which honorable members already know. There is no bill which is pending that I have to bring back here to say, we'll consider this one, it's been waiting from then. No bill is waiting. With the dissolution of the Lok Sabha, that bill, which was passed in the Rajya Sabha, but which it didn't remain here, which naturally got transmitted to the Lok Sabha, also lapsed. So there's no bill before us. So empowerment of women in India is not a new thing. I just would like to go back in history to identify a few names which stand out for a lot of proof that is so required to say this civilization always held women high. Now, I'm not going into this thing, did we treat them as goddess, give us equality? I've heard a lot of members say with a lot of concern, we don't want to be treated like goddess, treat us equal. But it is a fact that we have held women very highly, and the women also had the courage to stand up and speak for themselves. So it's not a new thing for us. I'll just give you the example of Satyakama's mother. An Upanishad has been given in his name. He was a bright star. But when he went in search of his guru, the guru asked him, oh, you want to become my student, but who's your father? Would you please tell me? He didn't know the name of his father. He goes back to his mother, Jabala, to ask her, Mama, please tell me who's my father. I have to go tell my guru, otherwise he'll not admit me. And the mother had the courage to tell him, I don't know who your father is, go tell this to your guru. And the boy, in all his earnestness, goes back to the guru and says, sorry, this is the reply given by my mother. And the guru understands the situation and readily admits him for his curiosity. That's the civilization we are talking about. It's not a civilization which treated women of one particular group or another particular group differently. We've treated all women with fairness. There can be differences during the age as we are coming down to today. But that is Satyakama Jabala, and Jabala, the mother, who could tell her boy to go say with pride that no, you'll know your mother's name, but the mother doesn't know the father, and the Guru had no objection. Sir, similarly, when Adi Shankara had an argument with Mandan Mishra, there was a debate going on, and who was the judge there? A woman, Ubaya Bharti, Mandan Mishra's wife. Could she have been admitted or accepted as a judge between the two people debating if only there was some hesitation about dealing with women differently? They readily accepted her. She had the scholarship is one thing, but to accept a woman to judge between them two as to who is going to be the victor also reflects that men in India, learned or otherwise, did not have a different idea of woman, and that Ubaya Bharti's example tells us that. There are, of course, 22 women who contributed very richly to our Vedas and Upanishads. I'm not taking each one of their names. Gargi and Lopamudra stand out. Similarly, I heard members this morning also recall from the south eminent fighters, warriors. I also will name Abhay, who was a great, simple two-line aphorisms from her, always enamors all of us. Karakal Ammayar, who was a great bhakti saint. She's treated as a Nayanmar. So in India, women have had a role in literature, a role in very many different situations. Women warriors, sir. Rani Abbakka, Kitturu Chennamma, Velu Nachiyar, Rani Gendunlu, Lakshmi Segal, and of course Jhansi Ki Rani. All of them, I've just taken a random list. So is their prowess in science. E.K. Janaki Ammal was one of the earliest scientists of India. Asima Chatterjee, Anandiben Joshi, Anna Mani, and Darshan Ranganathan are all women of eminence in science. So we've had this culture of allowing women to do whatever their aspirations lead them to do, and we've respected it. Of course, as they say in Hindi, Vikrutiya have come into the system. We'll have to cleanse that, and efforts are being made. Now, in this, I want to highlight, sir, that the party that I represent, BJP, has been consistent in its support for women's reservation. BJP held its national convention in 1994 in Vadodara, and there very clearly stated that we stand for reservations of women, reservation for women in the parliament and also in the state assemblies. If that was in 1994, 1998, BJP reiterated its commitment for women's reservation by introducing it in the Lok Sabha, which I just mentioned a while ago under Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee. In July 2003, BJP held a national executive in Raipur in Chhattisgarh, and there they passed a resolution seeking 1/3 of all Lok Sabha constituencies to be converted for reserving for women. Progressively, that opinion has been refined now that in 2007, in the national executive, it approved 33% reservation for all organizational positions within the party. And in 2008, sir, BJP amended its constitution to provide 33% reservation to women in its cadre posts as well. And let me take this opportunity, sir, in all humility, to thank my party. I am one of the beneficiaries of this reservation for women that I am here today, and I thank my party for having given me that opportunity. So BJP has been consistently supportive of women's reservations, sir. I remember those days were early days for me as a party spokesperson, but the now lapsed bill, which was passed in Rajya Sabha in 2010, late Shri Arun Jaitley supported it passionately in the Rajya Sabha, and it was passed in the Rajya Sabha. Of course, when it transmitted to Lok Sabha, it didn't get through. So, BJP has been absolutely steady in its support for women's reservation, and this morning I heard some honourable members also refer to some very picturesque moments when Honourable late Srimati Sushma Swaraj had waited outside the Parliament House, received Brinda Karat, the Honourable former member of the Rajya Sabha, and they both hugged each other in joy that the Rajya Sabha passed the bill and it is now the turn for Lok Sabha. So there was a complete, across party lines, a sense of wanting to achieve this. And today we remember late Sushma Swaraj, and of course even today the activists and also former members of Parliament who have all been pursuing this agenda. To further this point, sir, 2014, prior to the Lok Sabha election, BJP's manifesto, the Sankalp Patra, openly said that BJP is in favor of bringing reservation, 33% reservation in Parliament and also in the state assemblies. So did 2019 Sankalp Patra. So just as Article 370 has always been in BJP's manifesto, so is women's reservation always been in BJP's election manifestos, be it 2014 and now be it 2019. Sir, Sankalp se Siddhi principle, which Honourable Prime Minister follows very earnestly, is also proven by the fact that everything that which is mentioned in the Sankalp Patra is taken up to the level of achieving, that is, Siddhi tak, Prapt karne tak, we follow it in earnestness. I also heard some members this morning talk about, you were paying attention to Article 370, you were paying attention to triple talaq, but you didn't do this women's reservation. I like to take this opportunity to say through you, sir, Article 370 has a very big women's component in it. Inter alia, you didn't allow women to hold property in J&K. Is it not important for them to have that honor back? They have, after all, been born there. Well, if they married somebody else from anywhere else, how right is it under Article 370 to deny them ownership of property? Is that not important? Therefore, when we restored the normalcy and also removed Article 370, women, SC, ST, Bakarwals, all of them get their rights. That is why Sankalp se Siddhi principle of Honourable Prime Minister makes complete sense. And between 2014 and today, these are the kind of achievements to empower women which have been happening. Similar is, I heard our Honourable National President, Shri Nadda, speak about triple talaq this morning. He said triple talaq is not in A country, B country, C country, all of which are Muslim-dominated countries. But in India, it took us a whole process of going through the courts and again politically convincing our people and then bringing it in. But Prime Minister Modi did not hesitate. He said, if that has got to be done for giving the rights to the Muslim women, we shall do it. So triple talaq also happened. So Nadda ji clearly explained, we don't involve or indulge in appeasement politics. But it is important for us for restoring the rights of women, because in women-related matters, sir, and I can say with complete confidence, in women-related matters, we don't play any politics. It is an article of faith for the Honourable Prime Minister, and therefore we do everything that we've done, whether it is Article 370 or whether it is triple talaq or looking at now Women's Reservation Bill. All of it is part of our manifesto anyway. So between 14 and 19, I shall not spend too much of a time, because yesterday all of us heard Honourable Home Minister speak in the Lok Sabha. He listed out the various measures which have been taken by Prime Minister Modi for social empowerment, for economic empowerment of women. I'll just very quickly flag off a few of them, sir. Ujjwala for smoke-free kitchen, 9.59 crores of people have been given free connection and 200 rupees subsidy per cylinder, and newly we are adding 75 lakhs more connections. Swachhata Abhiyan, providing a dignified life for women, providing toilets to them. 11.72 crore toilets have been built in this country. Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao has actually helped in restoring a fair balance between gender, because gender asymmetry prevailed all over the country. I heard Honorable Member Thambi Durai talk about how there was this cradle scheme which was brought so that children, as soon as they are born, being girls, are not killed. And that was a step some time ago taken in Tamil Nadu. Many states have done many such steps in order to restore that parity in the gender, in the sex ratio. Sir, Prime Minister Modi's government is the one which gave from 12 weeks of maternity leave to 26 weeks of paid maternity leave for women. These are empowering women. What were we doing between 2014 and 19? These were the things which we were doing. So we didn't forget for a moment empowerment of women. Water to the house for health reasons. Otherwise, they were spending hours going miles to get drinking water. 9.82 crore new connections of Nal Se Jal, Gar Gar Jal has been implemented. So I won't go further into that list of social empowerment and the economic empowerment. But I certainly will take a few more minutes, a bit of considerable time if you would permit me, sir. Empowering women, there cannot be a more substantial measure than finding them in the armed forces. I list out the kind of things Prime Minister Modi has taken to get women have that equal treatment. Many of our honorable members saying, treat us equal. We don't want you to do puja or treat us like goddess. No. Can there be a better place than the three armed forces, where we have brought women to be at par with men, and they stand there clearly? I'll give out the list, sir. All wings of the Indian Armed Forces have women in combat roles now. Women are allowed in combat services and in supervisory roles. I'll start with the Central Armed Forces, paramilitary forces. In 2016, Prime Minister Modi's government took a call, a historic move, decided to reserve 33% posts at the constable level for women in CRPF, CISF, and to begin with, 14 to 15% posts at the constable level in the border guarding forces such as the BSF, SSB, and ITBP have been brought in a phased manner. That's equality. That's treating men and women equal, literally in the uniformed services. Similarly, sir, admission of girls in Sainik schools, unimaginable, because there was so much resistance. No, you can't do it. Admission of girls in Sainik schools, with effect from academic session 21-22, girl cadets have been admitted in all existing 33 Sainik schools. That was clearly a step which was taken as a decision by Prime Minister Modi's government. Indian Army, sir, has opened up entry for women candidates in the National Defense Academy. You know how prestigious that center is. And it is one of the male domains which you could never breach. But today it has been opened for female cadets. 19 cadets, including 10 for Indian Army, joining academy every 6 months. Women candidates, women cadets. Sir, permanent commission is also being granted to women officers in the armed forces. You may think that it is only in the armed forces medical corps, or it's in the dental corps, and so on. No. Or it is in the nursing service. No. Over and above that, Now women are being given permanent commission in the armed forces as women officers. Sir, similarly, Indian Army has opened up avenues for women officers to serve as pilots in the core of Army's aviation. So flying the helicopters for the Army is done by women now. Women officers are also being considered for colonel rank and are being given command appointments so they can lead commands. Also, sir, there are other ranks which are also getting into the core of the military police in the Indian Army, which has been introduced from 2019. So is the case with Navy. I wouldn't want to read each one of those steps, but today, whether it's Army, whether it's Navy, or whether it is the Air Force, they are all being treated at equal with men. Agniveer scheme, sir. I was very happy to hear Honorable Member Sumitra Balmik. Is she here now? Yes. She mentioned it, sir. Women are getting recruited as women Agniveers. I was going to mention it, but I was glad to hear it from another member of this House. From the first batch itself, we have women Agniveers. So now, without taking more time on talking about the larger issues, I'll come to responding to some of the members who have raised some issues where I wish to explain. Sir, members Ramnath Thakurji, K.C. Venugopal, Priyanka Chaturvedi ji, Phulo Devi Nettam ji have all raised this issue about you came to power in 2014. Why have you taken 9 years to bring this bill? I think I've explained it that we've spent a lot of time and attention on delivering on social empowerment and also on economic empowerment. In the meanwhile, you also saw how they have been empowered to get into the armed forces and the central armed paramilitary forces as well. Explanations and details with facts have been given by the Home Minister yesterday in Lok Sabha. Women have become now job creators. 29 crore women have also benefited because of the Mudra scheme, where 70% of all beneficiaries are women. So there are several schemes which has helped women to come up to some level. That's what we've been doing since 2014. Then there was this question, I think in general, several members have raised saying, why a special session for this bill? Sir, that simply we've come into a new complex, new building for Parliament, new India. We would like this Parliament to deal with one of the best bills that it can deal with, where all of us agreed. And I'm glad to say this. I thank from the bottom of my heart for the consideration that all the parties have shown, irrespective of the little reservations they may have, questions they have in their mind, for extending support for this historic bill and this new building as a first bill. Handling this bill is, I think, a very good start for a building which is being built for the next 100 years for the country. Even if delimitation is going to come up with newer members, there's enough space to accommodate a lot of new ones. Sir, it was a bit disheartening to hear some members say, oh, this bill is a jumla. This is a very catchy word. A lot of people love using that word, but no. Whoever said it, I'm not particularly naming the members. It is not a jumla. This bill is not a jumla. I want you all to please attend to the points that I'm trying to talk. And the context in which the Home Minister said, I think has been well understood, but it's convenient for us to use jumla again, no? So we forget the context in which Honorable Home Minister said it. So the legal process, no, thank you. that was misunderstood, or you're interpreting it differently. I don't want to get into it. Now I'm talking about the Women's Reservation Bill. Legal processes which need to be adopted for enabling this provision has been defined and described by a legal luminary, but I will certainly repeat it for us to know, and I'm sure many of our senior members here will appreciate that without amendments as regards UTs and without the delimitation happening, and delimitation process is a quasi-judicial process. It needs an appointment by law. It needs a Supreme Court judge to retire to head it. It needs members from the Election Commission. It will also have member representatives from every party, recognized party. So it is not a exercise to push the decision further, but once we pass this, and once the states also pass their respective law, is when this, and in the meanwhile, census taking place, with the number or the figures of the census notified, the ball sets rolling for a delimitation commission to come into play. So, unless we do it, and in that, I'll get into the detail why this 2026 stands out for us. Why 2026? Why can't it be earlier? I'll try to explain it as well. It is not something which we have done it. We are carrying a legacy where delimitation dates have been frozen, not once, frozen twice, and for long periods of time. I'll get into that. But with these handicaps or with these realities before us, it shall not be possible to implement it now in 24 itself. Our intention is clear. Clear it all up. And once the census is over and the delimitation sets rolling, you're going to have it the moment it is finished. So, no Jumla ma'am, whoever said it, but truly it's going to set that course which was very clearly from a legal side explained. It also says, one of the discussions this morning, sir, saying, why did you have to bring it now? You're going for an election, you're probably worried about the election. No, as I said earlier, it is an article of faith. Whether it is now, whether it is all the 4 times when it was brought to this House, every time BJP has supported the bill. Even that time when it was brought into the Rajya Sabha by Dr. Manmohan Singh, BJP stood out to support the bill. So why would there be any hesitation in our mind? So I just want to be sure that the points that has been raised by some of the members are addressed. Sir, before I get into talking about the delimitation details, I want to pick up on Sri Binay Vishwam, who seems to have forgotten the bill and said many other things about, where are the women? Why did you want to form a separate organization aside from RSS? Why do you need a Sevika Samiti and so on? They are 100-year-old organizations. All of us know how they are involved in public service, particularly when there is a disaster, a cyclone, a flood. Man and woman are there first. Unclaimed dead bodies, they do the cremation or, as per the law, whatever process for the ultimate end rituals. They are completely dedicated for social service and keeping people together. And if that is worrying the honorable member about why the women have not been taken in RSS.
Please, honorable member, I have not given you a flare. Please sit down. No, don't do it. Please.
Sir, why should they be a separate organization? Why they cannot be part of RSS and so on? At least there is an organization keeping all the women working together at par. If you don't mind me, sir, and if you'll allow me this little bit of indulgence, and with the honorable member, not taking any offense, because he's spoken quite a lot, I'll rather respond with just one fact. Let me ask him, how long did it take for former member Brinda Karat to get into the Communist Politburo? To get into the Politburo, how long did it take for Brinda Karat? Nobody else. It was public debate. It was a public debate to say, Communist Party, you don't have one woman in the Politburo. And it's not as if you don't have women at all. Poor Brinda Karat had to fight away. And now you're talking about RSS and Sevika Samiti? Please. Sir, I heard Honorable Member Kapil Sibal, sir, talking about Finance Commission cannot allocate resource fairly till the census takes place and so on, and that we are using a old census because I'm talking about, he referred to Finance Commission, I'm also referring to that, but the idea was that the census, old censuses are being used. I just want to tell you, sir, it was Prime Minister Modi who, after forming the government, said 2011 census data was first used for the 15th Finance Commission, whose period is now current, 2020 to 2025. Till before that, that is prior to that, since the 7th Finance Commission, till the 14th Finance Commission, which is before us, before 2014, that is 8th Finance Commission for the finance period 1979-2020, have used the census data of 1971. 71 census has been used till 2014, and Honorable Member Kapil Sibal worries that we're using 71. No, sir. From the 15th Finance Commission, which is holds currency, which runs between 2020 to 2025, 2011 census is already being used. So I'm sorry, I want to just correct that perception of Honorable Member. All the earlier Finance Commissions have used 71 census figures, sir. We have updated it. So I'll just quickly go to talking on the readjustment of seats, sir. It's not a problem that we have created. It's not a problem that we suddenly, realize. I would like to trace back as to why readjustment of seats has to go through a particular process, and it's not new problem today. I'm not saying it's a problem, but it is a situation which was created long time ago. I'll just tell you that Article 82 provides for readjustment of seats after each census. So as per this article, sir, seats of Lok Sabha allotted to the states, as well as division of each state into territorial constituencies, will be readjusted after each census. It provides restriction that such readjustments shall not affect the representation in Lok Sabha until the dissolution of existing Lok Sabha. Just the core facts before us. In 1976, and this is where I'll draw the attention of the honorable members. In 1976, the 42nd Amendment of the Constitution inserted two provisos to this article. 42nd Amendment inserted two provisos, which are under Article 82 and 173. First proviso provided as to when readjustment shall take effect, and the second proviso provided that readjustment shall not be necessary until a new census is done and its figures are published published after the year 2000. In 1976 till 2000, delimitation was kept frozen thanks to the 42nd Amendment. So that during that emergency, you know, the infamous thing which happened, 42nd became a basket case where you put everything, Adobe's list, and passed it all. When the emergency extended period, the Lok Sabha, after completion of 5 years, ran the 6th year and did all this. So the 42nd Amendment froze it till 2000. Thereafter, this freeze till the year 2000 was amended in 2002, the 84th Amendment, and the year 2000 was replaced by the year 2026. So the 2026 is not somewhere coming out of our imagination. The freeze in readjustment of seats has happened in 76 up to 2000, and in 2002 it has happened as an extension till 2026. So, as first census of 2026 will be undertaken into 2031, until that period, there will be no readjustment and seats shall remain unchanged, is the position. Now, what we are trying to tell you here, therefore, is after the census now, which can start from early 24 in all probability, it will go, and once the census is completed, its announcements are over about the findings of the census, the report of the census, then the delimitation commission can be set, and it will do its job not just for the Lok Sabha seats but also to the states. Then the reservation comes into implementation. So I won't spend more time on that, sir. There's one more response I want to give. Shri K.C. Venugopal had mentioned that what happened in 1989, I'm not repeating or quoting his words, broadly, what happened in 1989 when Rajiv Gandhi introduced reservation bill for women in local bodies. Entire BJP gang, if I'm wrong with the expression or words, you may correct me, entire BJP gang opposed it. Stalwarts like L.K. Advani, Atal Bihari Vajpayee, Ram Jethmalani, etc. opposed it. So I just want to go back to actually what happened then. 1989, it didn't get passed. Opposition was there, a lot of opposition happened. Then, of course, as I said, even at the very beginning, it moved to 1991-92, and in 92 it got passed under P.V. Narasimha Rao ji. But what actually happened then? BJP gang? No, I'm sorry. There are others who, it's very interesting to see. Sir, because the center-state relations at that time, and I'm purposely bringing this element, was such that it was felt that the Panchayati Raj plan clearly aims at depriving the states of power to manage their own local bodies. This was the narrative which went into the opposition's minds. Chief ministers like Sri Karunanidhi, Jyoti Basuji, Devi Lal, and Sri N.T. Rama Rao, all of them made it clear to Sri Rajiv Gandhi that this was an issue which required a national consensus. So it's not the BJP gang, sir. All states were standing up to say, sorry, you're taking away our powers. And I'm quoting here, sir, Sri N.T. Rama Rao, as reported in a newspaper. If you want, I can always leave this authenticated copy. Said Sri N.T. Rama Rao, let the Prime Minister, I'm quoting here, let the Prime Minister seek a fresh mandate from the people on this issue and then amend the Constitution. Sri N.T. Rama Rao said this about that Panchayati Raj bill. Again, sir, added, I will add, sir, Ramakrishna Hegdeji said, quote, and I'm reading it exactly as the quote is before me. Rajiv now wants to run the villages from Delhi. We won't allow encroachment on the rights of the states. That was Ramakrishna Hegde, sir. Then Saroj Mukherjee from CPM, sir. It's not BJP gang. I'm telling you about CPM also. The CPM's Saroj Mukherjee said, and I'm quoting here, sir, any attempt to reduce the power of the state in the area of local self-government would be resisted, unquote. So, sir, when you don't have a record to justify your center-state relations, and I also do remember the GST debates, you promise something to the states, you don't fulfill it, and the states don't have confidence in your word. GST didn't happen during the period. Whereas that's the confidence Prime Minister Modi could give to the states, and therefore GST was implemented by us. Center-state relations. Center-state relations is a topic on which somebody who used Article 356 to remove state governments so many number of times, more than 90 times, should not speak at all. Sir, just one last point. Such one last point. Lot of people, sir, lot of people.
One second.
Sir, you want me to sit down?
Yes.
Sir? No, you want me to sit down, sir? Sorry, sir. You want me to sit down, sir?
I request you to...
Is this because you want to give them peace? I just want to say something to you, sir, in case you want them to be accommodated for giving explanation or clarification. If it's not preposterous from my side, would you permit me to just say that's exactly what my respected leader of the opposition objected to yesterday when we were timely getting up and saying, no, factually wrong, you're factually wrong, we want to say. I would want to cultivate, sir, let me finish. I would want to cultivate a habit. And I'm telling you, I would want to cultivate a habit for myself, sir. I'll keep quiet. I'll hear every speaker. And when there is an objectionable comment made, or when there is a factually incorrect statement made, after they finish, I will seek your permission to stand up and rebut it, provided they are here to listen, not if they are walking out. So please, sir, it's a two-way street. Now that you're saying, I'll sit down.
No, please conclude. Honorable Finance Minister, please conclude.
Can I?
Please conclude. I'll come.
Sir, just the last 2 points, sir. Just the last 2 points. So there's been a lot of question on why is it that we won't be able to do the OBC like the way we do the SC reservation or ST reservation? There is no specific mention of electoral reservation in the Constitution for OBCs as it is mentioned for the SCs and STs. That is why this bill, which brings in the amendment to have a 133% reservation, deals with the general category, deals with the SC category, which is provided for by the Constitution, and deals with the ST category, which is provided for by the Constitution. So there is no ambiguity in our mind. So the last point, which is a bit of a disappointment for me, which is a very worrying thing for me, I seek your indulgence and allow me to say this, which is really not what I want, leave me, but I'm sure many of us wouldn't want that in the upper house. So this morning, I heard insinuations passed against the Prime Minister and Honorable Home Minister. Initially, I didn't think it was meant for them because it was very metaphorically said about, some men came, they carried money bags, they were also with money, media, muscle power, and misogyny. Sir, I would want this to be finished, and anyone who has an objection can please speak after that. So, when it was metaphorically said, two members came to Bengal, men came with money, media, muscle power, misogyny, and mocked the Chief Minister. I was just plainly hearing it. I didn't think I got perturbed. But I'm happy that you've already said, substantiate it. Sir, I'm glad you said substantiate it. And I thank you for it on the assumption that if it is not substantiated, it will be expunged. But why am I worried about any reference to any two men? I shouldn't really be worried, right? Agreed. That's how I thought it was. But when somebody from here objected to that comment, and finally when it was not permitted, and the honorable member was allowed to speak, he used the names. And if I can recall the lines that he said, sir, he looked at you and said with aggression, sir, if whenever I take the name of Prime Minister Modi and Amit Shah ji, I get under their skin, is what he said. Now, if the two-man reference was without any name, I will not be bothered. But when somebody protested it from here, the true thought was betrayed. The true thought was betrayed. And the true thought was Prime Minister's Modi name and Amit Shah's name. Whenever I take it, which is what the honorable member said, whenever I take it, I get under their skin. So everything ties up. Everything ties up. I would humbly request you, sir, that that document be provided here, corroborated, substantiated. If the money, muscle man and the media have come, or else apologize and the remark be expunged. Thank you very much.
Honorable members, One second. Take your seat. Honorable members, take your seat. Please take your seat. Take your seat. No, don't do it. Nadimal, don't do it. You are not in a forest area. You are in this house. I'll look into it. Dola Sen, madam, I'll look into it. Sit down. Honorable members, after a long gap, if I take my tenure of 1 year, one second. Honorable members, please. Honorable members, I express my deep sense of gratitude for memorable, stimulating debate with emotive. I'm coming to that. Can't you have some patience? Can't you have some? What gives you the impression I will not give you the floor? Don't see a ghost in every dark corner. I am expressing something that after a long time, we have had very involved debate. Every member of the House has contributed. Every member of the House has been insightful. It has been very stimulating, emotive, intellectual exposure was also there. There have been differences which are to be there in democracy, commendable contributions from everyone. And I have listened to the input by everyone. There have been acerbic comments. There have been sarcasm also. There has been wit. Humor was lacking. Venugopalji, humor was lacking. You need to make up for it. Normally I should call Mr. Arjun Ram, but leader of the opposition seeks to make an intervention. Now, I had said a year back that when it comes to leader of the opposition, leader of the House, Prime Minister or former Prime Ministers, I would show extra consideration. I am therefore allowing leader of the opposition to make an intervention. Okay. It's a good suggestion, sir. Good suggestion. Sir, very reasonable suggestion. पर थोड़ा हंस कर कहिए सर. Yes. So before leader of the opposition takes the floor, Mr. K.C. Venugopal, but I will make Mr. K.C. Venugopal, 1 year. You will do it palatably, humorously.
Yes, sir.
Am I right?
Yes, exactly.
And mind you,
Sir,
if
exactly.
the Honorable Finance Minister has reacted to your statement, you should be happy and delighted. Take it as an accomplishment.
Sir.
2 minutes.
Sir, Honorable Chairman.
2 minutes.
I don't know what happened, Honorable Finance Minister, by saying like this. What I say is very clear. Whenever this 1989, the 64th amendment has been taken by the Rajya Sabha. After passing it in the Lok Sabha, the BJP members, including the stalwarts, Atal Bihari Vajpayee, Lal Krishna Advani ji, Ram Jethmalani ji, Jaswant Singh ji, they voted against. Sir, this is the 1 minute. The question is, this is the proceeding, sir. The question is that the bill for her to amend the Constitution of India, 64th Amendment, passed by the Lok Sabha, be taken into consideration. The voting is tabled. Then Lal Krishna Advani voted no. Atal Bihari Vajpayee voted no. Jaswant Singh voted no. This is only I told, sir. Your stand is very clear. Then why Honorable Finance Minister putting the responsibility on other party's shoulder? I am asked about her party stand only. She has to clarify that stand, BJP stand. I didn't ask.
So it's happy ending. One point of view, another point of view. Yes, obviously. It is at the suggestion of the Honorable Leader of Opposition that I gave opportunity to Mr. K.C. Venugopal. Sir, your intervention.
सर
और सर, आप दिल मिला दोगे, सबके दिल मिला देना. आपने देखा होगा,
माननीय
नहीं, मैंने लेफ्ट में ज्यादा देखना शुरू कर दिया है.
अभी देखे साहब राइट को ज्यादा देखते
ना मैंने लेफ्ट में देखा है.
अब वॉट एवर इट में लेफ्ट राइट छोड़ी है. सर, माननीय सभापति जी, मैं आपका आभारी हूँ. आपने मुझे संविधान 128 संशोधन बिल पर बात करने के लिए इजाज़त दी. मैं इसके समर्थन में ही खड़ा हूँ और ये बिल को संपूर्ण सपोर्ट करता हूँ मेरे दिल से. और मेरी पार्टी और इधर के सभी लोग, इंडिया के सभी लोग हार्टिली इसको सपोर्ट करते हैं. लेकिन मुझे थोड़ा 2 दिन पहले ही मालूम हुआ ये बिल आने वाला है। कैसा सर, 4 सितंबर 2023 को आपने जयपुर में कहा था, 4 सितंबर को क्या कहा था? वो दिन दूर नहीं जब संसद और विधानसभाओं में महिलाओं को उनका उचित प्रतिनिधित्व मिलेगा। ये यानी ये आप तय किए थे कि आपको मालूम भी हो गया था और इसका प्रचार आप वहां जयपुर में कर दिए। तो अब इससे बड़ी बात क्या है कि अगर सरकार का ही हमारे सभापति जी अगर बोले तो हमको भी लगा कि ये बिल आने वाला है। लेकिन मैं ये चाहता था कि महिला मेंबर्स बोलने दो, उधर इधर के सभी, कोई भी पार्टी के हो, इसीलिए मैं ज़्यादा इसमें बोलने के लिए आपको प्रेशराइज नहीं किया, थोड़े से शब्दों में बोलूँगा। लेकिन जब उत्तर देखा मैं नियरली एक 50 मिनट यहाँ पर मुझे फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर का रिप्लाई सुनने को मिला, तब मैंने ये सोचा आपके स्पेशल परमिशन लेके मुझे भी थोड़ा वक्त दीजिए ताकि मैं कुछ शब्द आपके सामने रखूं। सर,
Please listen to the leader of the opposition.
सर मैं इससे
The
शुरू
Honorable
करता
Finance
हूं।
Minister was heard with rapt attention.
सर
Please.
सर मैं एक कविता से शुरू करता हूं।
सर, आपकी कविता बड़ी गंभीर होती है।
नहीं,
मेरे यहाँ आने से पहले आपने ऐसी कविता पढ़ दी कि पूरे देश में मेरे को लोग पूछने लगे।
नहीं, आपके लिए
ऐसा मौसम आएगा, सदा सताएगा।
नहीं, मैं आपके लिए नहीं, आपके लिए नहीं, किन्हीं के लिए, ये इस बिल के ऊपर ही बोलूंगा।
ठीक है।
कोमल है तू, कमजोर नहीं, महिला कोमल है तू, कमजोर नहीं, शक्ति का नाम ही नारी है, जग को जीवन देने वाली, मौत भी तुझसे हारी है। सतियों के नाम पे तुझे जलाया गया, मीरा के नाम पे जहर पिलाया गया, सीता जैसी अग्नि परीक्षा भी हुई, जग में अब तक जारी है, जग में अब तक ये सारी चीजें जारी है। बहुत हो चुका अब मत सहना, बहुत हो चुका अब मत सहना, तुझे इतिहास बदलना है, कोमल है कमजोर नहीं तू, शक्ति का नाम नारी है। तो इसीलिए इस शक्ति को और हम बढ़ावा दे रहे हैं, सभी लोग सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं और सभी सपोर्ट में सभी ने बात किया। सर, मैं बहुत से पहले से बहुत आंकड़े भी लाया था, लेकिन समय की कमी रहने से मैं बोल नहीं सकता, क्योंकि उन्होंने जो अचीवमेंट बताया, अपने क्या क्या अचीवमेंट हो गए, वहाँ पर होम मिनिस्टर बताए, वहाँ पर अपने लोकसभा में, यहाँ पर फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर बताए, लेकिन हमने क्या किया वो भी मैं बताना चाहता था, लेकिन मैं वो नहीं चाहता, क्योंकि ये बिल स्पेशल है, महिलाओं के लिए है, स्त्री शक्ति के लिए है, इसीलिए इसमें मैं डेवलपमेंट लाकर मिक्स करके उसको खराब करना नहीं चाहता था, क्योंकि बात किधर की हो रही है और बिल के ऊपर होना चाहिए और जल्दी पास होता था। लेकिन उन्होंने ये किया, गैस दिया, रोड दिया, फलाना सब चीजें आ गई। अब ठीक है, उनको बोलना था वो बोल सकते हैं, लेकिन सभापति महोदय जी, मेरे को एक ऑब्जेक्शन इसमें है। इस बिल का क्लॉज 5 कहता है कि आरक्षण तभी लागू होगा जब डिलिमिटेशन एक्सरसाइज पूरी हो जाएगी। इस बिल का क्लॉज 5 कहता है कि आरक्षण तभी लागू होगा जब डिलिमिटेशन एक्सरसाइज पूरी हो जाएगी। डिलिमिटेशन भी जनगणना प्रक्रिया के पूरे होने के बाद कराई जाएगी। डिलिमिटेशन भी जनगणना प्रक्रिया के पूरे होने के बाद कराई जाएगी। मतलब महिला आरक्षण से पहले 2 अनिवार्य शर्त रखी गई है। एक जनगणना है, दूसरा डिलिमिटेशन है। ये होने तक तो ये इम्प्लीमेंट ही नहीं होगा। और आप इतने क्रेडिट लेने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, तो ये तो आपने एक फेंक दिया कि चलो ये चलने दो। मैं ये नहीं कहता, जैसा कि होम मिनिस्टर साहब एक बार बोले थे 15-15 लाख देंगे, 2 करोड़ नौकरियां देंगे, ये सब कुछ बोले थे। फिर बाद में उनको पूछा गया कहाँ है हमारे 2 करोड़ नौकरियां, कहाँ है हमारा 15 लाख। तब मैंने पेपर में पढ़ा, अगर आपको सबको भी मालूम है, ये तो चुनावी जुमले हैं, बोले ये तो चुनावी जुमले हैं, ये उन्होंने कहा, मैं नहीं। तो ये भी ऐसा नहीं होना कि अब बिल तो इंट्रोड्यूस हो गया, हम सब सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं, यहाँ पास होगा, फिर जुमला नहीं होना ये भी। तो मैं ये चाहता हूँ इम्प्लीमेंट करो। इम्प्लीमेंट करने के लिए हम सभी आपको अनकंडीशनली सभी सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं, क्योंकि हम चाहते हैं। और दूसरी चीज, सवाल ये है, महिला आरक्षण को जनगणना और डिलिमिटेशन से जोड़ने की जरूरत नहीं है। आप कर सकते हैं अगर, क्योंकि बहुत से चीजें हम अपोज भी किए तो बिल पास हो गए। यहाँ पर आपको मालूम है लेबर बिल्स पूरा पास हो गए, किसान बिल पूरे पास हो गए, 750 लोग मर चुके, वहाँ पर बॉर्डर पे रहे बैठे हुए थे। लेकिन नहीं, किसान बोले तो एक दिन में नहीं बोल रहा हूँ, जब वो बैठे थे 1 साल 2 साल बैठे थे हर जगह, उसका बोल रहा हूँ। सब्जेक्ट तो इतना रहने के बावजूद भी आपने वो किसान बिल तो पास किया, तो इसको भी ऐसा करना चाहिए था। हमको पूछ रहे ना आप क्यों नहीं करे, फिर आप क्यों नहीं करे 10 साल से? मैं पूछता हूं, अगर आप ये कर सकते हैं दूसरे कानून 1 साल में, नोटबंदी कर सकते हैं, ये क्यों नहीं कर सकते? वो भी रात के 8 बजे बोलते हैं। आप क्या कहते हैं? भाइयों और बहनों सुनिए, कल से 8 बजे ये जो 1000 और 500 का क्या नोट नहीं चलेगा, रद्दी हो जाएगा, लीगल टेंडर नहीं होगा। अब तो उसको आपने कहा, आपने ये तो कहा ऐसे बड़े बड़े काम कर सकते, लेकिन ये बिल सब मान रहे हैं इसको, कोई अपोजिशन नहीं था, तो आप ये ला सकते थे। तो आपने इसको लाने की कोशिश नहीं की। और दूसरी चीज, इस देखिए अर्बन बॉडीज में रिजर्वेशन है, जिला पंचायत में रिजर्वेशन है, तालुका पंचायत में रिजर्वेशन है। अभी एग्जिस्टिंग जितने मेंबर्स हैं, नंबर्स हैं, उसी पे करिए। जब बढ़ जाएगा, सेंसस आएगा, फिर मेंबर्स भी बढ़ेंगे, उसके साथ साथ महिला का नंबर भी बढ़ेगा। क्या आप चाहे तो क्या कुछ नहीं कर सकते, क्योंकि जब आपसे ये पुराने पार्लियामेंट हाउस से नए पार्लियामेंट हाउस लाने के बावजूद भी, और हमारे फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर ने ये कहा कि इस नए हाउस में नया बिल महिला के लिए हम लाएंगे, ये सब बोले। तो मैं कहूँगा कि आप ये कर सकते थे वहीं पर, लेकिन ये हुआ नहीं। इसके बाद में दूसरी चीज ये जो है, इसमें बैकवर्ड क्लासेस के लिए सर बैकवर्ड क्लासेस के लिए रिजर्वेशन नहीं है। ये तो एससी एसटी के आंकड़े हैं, उसके अनुसार अगर 100 सीट है उसमें से 110 या 30 सीट है एससी एसटी का, 1/3 इजीली आप कर देंगे, या रोटेशन में कर सकते हो तो कर सकते किसी और तरीके से। लेकिन ओबीसी मोर देन 60% लोग हैं, उनके महिलाओं को कहाँ मिलेगा आप बोलिए? उनके महिलाओं को अगर मिलना है तो संविधान अमेंडमेंट करके या इसमें उसको अमेंडमेंट में ला के ही उनको दे सकते हैं। तो अभी दोनों हो गए हैं, तो उसमें आप वो करना चाहिए, लेकिन आप वो छोड़ दिए तो बाकी यूं ही। तो अब क्या होगा जनरल में, सिर्फ महिला रिजर्वेशन में मैं अपोज नहीं कर रहा हूं, मैं सपोर्ट करूंगा, लेकिन आप बैकवर्ड क्लासेस को क्यों छोड़ रहे हैं? उन महिलाओं को क्यों छोड़ रहे हैं? उन महिलाओं को क्यों नहीं दे रहे? क्या उनको और पीछे ढकलना चाहते हैं? क्या और उनको आपके साथ नहीं लेना चाहते? तो इसीलिए ये जरूरी है, इसीलिए तो हम इसी के ऊपर आपको प्रश्न भी पूछे और बात भी की। और ये कब इम्प्लीमेंट होगा? क्या 1 साल में होगा, 2 साल में होगा, 6 साल में होगा, 8 साल में होगा? नहीं साहब, थोड़ा मेरे को थोड़ा तो कंसेशन दीजिए। फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर
आपने 5 मिनट के लिए कहा था सर।
हाँ, तो ये
नहीं, आपने 5 मिनट के लिए कहा था।
नहीं, 5 मिनट
चलो
साहब, अब
अनदर 3 मिनट।
नहीं साहब, 5 ऐसा बोल के मैं फिर 0 बोला था। सर क्या आप 2 साल में करेंगे, 5 साल में करेंगे या 10 साल में? एक लिमिट आप बोले हैं, कब इम्प्लीमेंट करने वाले हैं? आप तारीख बताइए, साल बताइए, क्योंकि कमिटमेंट है आपके पास। आपने ही बोला, अगर कमिटमेंट है तो हमको साल बताइए, महीना बताइए, डेट तो बताइए कम से कम, इस वक्त हम करेंगे, ये महीने में करेंगे। और नहीं तो क्या होगा, ये एक जुमला होगा। तो ये आपको जरूर सोचना है। और इस राष्ट्र निर्माण में हम लोग महिला को अगर आगे बढ़ाना है तो 75% लोग जो एससी एसटी और बैकवर्ड क्लास के मिलके इनको डिनाई करे जैसा होता है। अगर आप उधर ध्यान नहीं देंगे तो बड़ा मुश्किल हो जाएगा। सभी इमोशनली बात करने से नहीं होता, आप प्रैक्टिकल करो ना। तो दूसरों को मत पूछिए आपने क्या किया, मैंने गलती किया, फिर आपने भी कर रहे क्या? मैं गलती का छोड़ो, मेरे को शिक्षा मिली, फिर आप क्यों नहीं कर रहे? सिर्फ भाषण देना है क्या आपका काम? क्या कहीं गलती है तो उसको सुधारना है, आप बोल सकते ना। तो ये मेरे को ये कहना है। और आपको खास करके मैं ये बताना चाहता हूँ कि ये जो बिल में कमियां हैं, इसको आप, जैसा कि हमारे एक सदस्य ने कहा, भाई आज पास हो जाए, कम से कम विंटर सेशन में तो लाओ, सॉरी हाँ समर से, हाँ नेक्स्ट सेशन में लाइए, लाकर इसको दुरुस्त करिए और दे। हम सपोर्ट करने के लिए तैयार है। जैसा आज हाथ उठाए वैसा उस वक्त भी हाथ उठाएंगे, लेकिन लाइए। सिर्फ क्या है, हमारे पास बोलते हैं कन्नड़ा में मूगी तुप्पा चतुर बोले तो, यानी सिर्फ ये क्या है, नाक को घी लगाए बोले जैसा। तो ये नहीं होना, बताना एक, करना एक, ऐसा ये ठीक नहीं है। क्या शाह साहब अगर चाहे होम मिनिस्टर कर सकते हैं, लेकिन वो बोले कि मैं जा रहा हूँ उधर, छोड़ दिए हमको तो अच्छा लगे।
थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू।
नहीं साहब, जो लोग डिसीजन लेने वाले हैं यही लोग हैं। किसी मिनिस्टर को डिसीजन लेने का हक नहीं, इसीलिए पावर नहीं है। इसीलिए अरे मुझे मालूम है किसके पास क्या पावर है।
प्लीज लेट अस कीप काम।
सर मैं और एक बात आपसे कहूँगा, तो ये बहुत से चीज़ें हमारे पर नुक्ताचीनी हो गई 9 मई 2008 और कमेटी और फरवरी 2010, तो ये सभी हुआ। और उसके बाद में आपने कहा ये हमारे पास ये आरक्षण, ये बिल जो था इसको हराया गया कैसा? ये 9 मार्च 2010 को 186 वोटों के भारी बहुमत से पास हुआ था, लेकिन उसको बाद में लोकसभा में हार हो गई। लेकिन मैं यही कहना चाहता हूँ, अब यहाँ तो हारने का सवाल नहीं है, तो उसीलिए मैं कहूँगा कि आप ओबीसी को लाइए।
पॉइंट फॉर टेकन सर।
और बहुत मैं नहीं, हमारे जो बीजेपी के अध्यक्ष नड्डा साहब हमको इतना टॉन्ट मार रहे थे कि 3 ही बैकवर्ड क्लास के लोग सेक्रेटरीज हैं। आप पीछे का लेके देखिए, अब जब लोग वहां पर SC ST के भी सेक्रेटरी भी नहीं बन सकते, प्रिंसिपल सेक्रेटरी नहीं बनते, डिसीजन कैसा लेते, इवन जॉइंट सेक्रेटरी पोस्ट पे नहीं है, सब RSS के लोगों को वहां लाके भर दिए हैं और वहां पर भर के जो आता वो स्क्रूटनी करने के बाद वो फाइल आगे जाता है।
सर।
और हर मिनिस्टर के पास एक आदमी बैठा हुआ रहता है,
खड़गे जी,
RSS से जुड़ा हुआ।
खड़गे जी,
तो ये जो है ये अच्छा नहीं है। इसीलिए मैं आपसे विनती करूंगा कि सेक्रेटरीट में SC ST के लोग रहना, OBC के लोग रहना, और इसमें आप ज्यादा से ज्यादा महिलाओं को रिप्रेजेंटेशन देने के लिए OBC को आप करना चाहिए, ये मैं कहूंगा। और एक ही मिनट
ओके, प्लीज।
सुषमा स्वराज जी तारीफ की थी कब, जिस दिन ये पहले की बिल आई थी, बीजेपी की वरिष्ठ नेता सुषमा स्वराज जी ने इसकी तारीफ में कहा था, मैं खुश हूं कि ये बिल पेश कर दिया गया है, इसलिए भी खुश हूं कि ये राज्यसभा में पेश किया गया है। ये अब प्रभावहीन नहीं होगा, यानी लैप्स नहीं होगा। यानी उनके नेता भी हमारी तारीफ करते हैं, लेकिन आप सुबह से शाम तक 70 साल में क्या किया, 50 साल में क्या किया, सब क्या किया, हाँ, दुनिया को मालूम है। इसीलिए
सर, थैंक यू सर। श्री अर्जुन राम मेघवाल, टू रिप्लाई द।
धन्यवाद।
वन सेकंड अर्जुन जी एक बार बैठे।
नड्डा साहब से, होम मिनिस्टर से, फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर, ये कब, कौन से महीने में, कौन से साल में इंप्लीमेंट होगा ये बता दीजिए। और ओबीसी महिलाओं को रिजर्वेशन इसमें होगा या नहीं, आज बताइए।
थैंक यू।
मैं इतना
थैंक यू।
इसी
अर्जुन राम जी प्लीज एक बार टेक योर सीट।
मैं आप ही
मुझे इन्होंने बुलाया है।
नहीं, आप ही की तारीफ कर रहा था मैं, बैठिए। सर 2 सेंटेंस है, खत्म। महिला दिन की रोशनी ख्वाबों को बनाने में गुजर रही।
सर कविता बहुत पढ़ रहे हैं आजकल आप।
दिन की रोशनी ख्वाबों को बनाने में गुजर गई, रात की नींद बच्चों को सुलाने में गुजर गई, जिस घर में उसके नाम की तख्ती भी नहीं, सारी उम्र उस घर को सजाने में गुजर गई। तो इसलिए आप ओबीसी का रिजर्वेशन फिक्स करो, तारीख फिक्स करो, बस इतना मैं कह के आपको धन्यवाद देता हूं कि आप कम से कम आप हंसे और हमको ये भी दिया, उसीलिए थैंक यू वेरी मच।
Arjun Ram Meghwal to reply
Thank you,
the
Chairman,
discussion.
sir. सभापति जी, the
No. Okay, nothing will go on record now.
The Constitution,
no, Honorable Minister.
128th Amendment Bill,
Leader, after leader of the
2023
opposition,
पर
after leader of the opposition, or the leader of the house or prime minister can speak, no one else. Leader of the opposition has concluded this side.
लगभग
No, please. Arjun Ram Meghwal ji. Nothing else will go on record except what the Honorable Minister Arjun Ram Meghwal says.
सभापति महोदय, the Constitution 128th Amendment Bill 2023 नारी शक्ति वंदन के संबंध में जो चर्चा आज आपने प्रारंभ की, अनुमति दी, उसमें रंजीता रंजन से लेकर के निर्मला सीतारमन जी और मल्लिका अर्जुन खड़गे जी सहित 72 सदस्यों ने इसमें भाग लिया है। मैं सभी सदस्यों का धन्यवाद करता हूं और सबने करीब करीब मुझे लगता है इस बिल का समर्थन किया है, इसलिए मैं सबका आभार भी प्रकट करता हूं। मैं सभापति जी, जो हमारे जेपी नड्डा जी जब बोल रहे थे, उभय भारती का एक इशू आया, निर्मला जी ने भी कहा, तो मैं एक उसका आगे की एक कड़ी बताना चाहता हूं कि शंकराचार्य जी कैसे जीते और मंडन मिश्र कैसे हारे। क्योंकि उभय भारती को मार्केट जाना पड़ गया या बाहर कहीं जाना पड़ गया, तो दोनों बहस कर रहे थे, डिबेट कर रहे थे, जैसे अभी संसद में डिबेट हो रही है। तो हाँ, विदुषी भारती, यस, तो विदुषी भारती ने कहा मुझे बाहर जाना है, मनोज जी बाहर जाना है, मुझे आपका जो आप डिबेट करते रहो। तो उन्होंने कहा आप तो बाहर जाओगे, आप डिबेट करते रहो, आप कैसे जज करोगे कि कौन जीता कौन हारा। लेकिन विदुषी भारती ने क्या किया, 2 फूलों की नेचुरल मालाएं एक अपने पति को पहनाई और एक शंकराचार्य जी को पहनाई, और जब 3-4 घंटे बाद वापस आई तो उन्होंने अपने पति को हारा हुआ डिक्लेयर किया और शंकराचार्य जी को जीता हुआ डिक्लेयर किया। तो अपने पति ने पूछा कि ऐसे कैसे किया, तुम तो बाहर थी। उन्होंने कहा मैंने खुशबू की जो फूलों की माला थी नेचुरल, वो आप दोनों को पहना के गई। डिबेट के दौरान आपको गुस्सा आ गया, जिससे आपकी माला सूख गई, और शंकराचार्य जी गुस्सा नहीं आया, इसलिए वो माला सूखी नहीं। इसलिए विदुषी महिलाओं का ये जो काम है, अगर ऐसी महिलाएं आएगी संदर्भ में तो निर्णय सात्विक होंगे, हमें भी ज्ञान देंगे और अच्छा निर्णय करने पाने में हम सक्षम होंगे। ऐसा बिल मोदी जी ने के नेतृत्व में हम लेकर के आए। सबने अपने समर्थन जुटाया। अब आप खड़गे जी को अभी गुस्सा आ रहा था, केसी वेणुगोपाल जी को आ रहा था। मैं अब अगला बिंदु सर, ये सारा अधिकतर बता दिया।
माननीय मंत्री जी, आप सौभाग्य हैं, आपका परम सौभाग्य है कि आपके बिल का समर्थन पूरे सदन ने किया। ऐसी परिस्थिति में अब कोई आक्रोश की गुंजाइश नहीं है।
थोड़ी चीजें तो मैं बताऊंगा, दो चार चीजें सभापति जी, 2-4 चीजें सभापति जी, क्योंकि ये नए विषय हैं, जैसे अभी ये विदुषी भारती वाला विषय है, कुछ नई चीजें आएगी।
चलो,
मैं एक विषय जिसका जिक्र गीता मुखर्जी कमेटी का जिक्र आया, लेकिन इसमें सदस्य कौन कौन थे उसका उल्लेख तो करना चाहिए और सदन को जानना चाहिए। ममता बनर्जी उस कमेटी में सदस्य, मीरा कुमार इस कमेटी में सदस्य, श्रीमती सुमित्रा महाजन इस कमेटी में सदस्य, शरद पवार इस कमेटी में सदस्य, श्रीमती सुषमा स्वराज इस कमेटी में सब सदस्य, डॉक्टर गिरजा व्यास जो राजस्थान से आती थी वो इस कमेटी में सदस्य, प्रोफेसर रामगोपाल यादव इस कमेटी में सदस्य। उनका तो उल्लेख करना ही पड़ेगा ना, बड़ा योगदान दिया इन लोगों ने। इस बिल को रूप देने में योगदान दिया। हालांकि वो बिल पास नहीं हुआ, 11वीं लोकसभा भंग हो गई। 11वीं, 12वीं, 13वीं, इसका सारा जिक्र निर्मला जी ने भी किया। लेकिन मैं इन सभी जो हमारी दो तो हमारी स्पीकर रही साहब, सुमित्रा महाजन और मीरा कुमार तो स्पीकर रही, और सुषमा स्वराज नेता प्रतिपक्ष रही। आज मैं मन से इन सभी सदस्यों का धन्यवाद करता हूं जिन्होंने इस बिल को इस रूप में लाने के लिए प्रेरित तो किया। अब कह रहे हैं 27 साल लगे, उस समय भी प्रयास किया था। लेकिन अब खड़गे जी अभी कह रहे थे कि ये कब आएगा, कैसे आएगा। आशंका मत करो, मोदी है तो मुमकिन है, सब संभव है, चिंता मत करो आप। मैं अब 2-3 बातें और सभापति जी आपके ध्यान में लाना चाहता हूं और थोड़ा बताना भी चाहता हूं कि ये ओबीसी प्रेम बिल की चीजें काफी आ गई। मुझमें जो अधिकतर बिल की जो चीजें आई है डिस्कशन में, वो सेंसस था, डिलिमिटेशन था, रोटेशन था, ओबीसी का विषय था, क्लॉज 5 का भी जिक्र एलओपी ने किया, ये सब चीजें थी, ये सब चीजें थी। लेकिन आपके अचानक ये ओबीसी प्रेम अचानक अभी आपके ओबीसी प्रेम कैसे याद आया, मेरे समझ में नहीं आया। आप तो बाबा साहब भीमराव अंबेडकर जी को मानते हैं। 1951 में बाबा साहब ने नेहरू मंत्रिमंडल से इस्तीफा दिया था और उसमें उन्होंने 4-5 कारण गिनाए थे। लेकिन एक कारण यह भी गिनाया था कि नेहरू जी आपने वादा किया था कि ओबीसी समाज के लिए, वेयरफेयर के लिए मैं कमीशन बनाऊंगा। आपने कमीशन नहीं बनाया, इसलिए मैं इस्तीफा दे रहा हूं। तब से आप तो ओबीसी के खिलाफ थे। अब अभी कैसे प्रेम जाग गया आपका? तब से लेकर के और जो संवैधानिक दर्जे का मामला था वो भी प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी के कालखंड में हुआ, आपके कालखंड में तो वो भी नहीं हुआ। कैसे आपने पता नहीं प्रेम आपका जाग गया? ये राजनीतिक कारण से जागा होगा। मैं एक विषय योजनाओं का जिक्र आया, एक चीज योजनाओं का जिक्र आया, उसमें एक चीज सभापति जी कहना चाहता हूं। योजनाएं ठीक है, सभी ने बनाई होगी, सब बनाते ही हैं। लेकिन प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी के कालखंड में जो योजनाओं की स्थिति बेहतर कैसे हुई, उसका एक उदाहरण देना चाहता हूं। पक्का मकान बनाने की योजना थी और हमने सबने देखा एक पंचायत में 2 या 3 टारगेट आते थे। प्रधानमंत्री 2014 में आए, प्रधानमंत्री आवास योजना आई और एक ग्राम पंचायत में जहां 3 और 4 टारगेट आते थे वहां 300 और 400 टारगेट आने लग गई। राशि 43,000 होती थी जो 1.5 लाख हो गई और कुछ राज्य सरकारों ने सहयोग किया तो 2.5 लाख हो गई। कहां 3 और 4 टारगेट, कहां 300 और 400 टारगेट, कहां राशि 43,000 और कहां राशि 2.5 लाख तक पहुंच गई। और उसके बाद स्केल और स्पीड तो बढ़ी। उसके बाद जियो टैगिंग टेक्नोलॉजी का यूज करके जो आप यूटिलाइजेशन सर्टिफिकेट नहीं आया, आप वीडियो से मंगाओ, कलेक्टर से मंगाओ, सारी प्रक्रियाओं में उसको किस्त मिलती ही नहीं थी। तो ये सारी प्रक्रियाओं को समाप्त करके जियो टैगिंग करके सीधा डीबीटी में पैसा दिला दिया। ये एम्पावर्ड किया महिलाओं को, इसलिए योजनाओं का जिक्र करना जरूरी था। हमारे प्रधानमंत्री जी का जो नारा, कोई विषय आया कि आप अलग अलग सोचते हैं, होलिस्टिक अप्रोच से सोचते हैं प्रधानमंत्री जी, इसलिए प्रधानमंत्री जी ने नारा दिया, सबका साथ, सबका विकास, सबका प्रयास और सबका विश्वास। ये हमारा मूल मंत्र है सरकार का काम करने का। होलिस्टिक अप्रोच में सोचते हैं। इसलिए मैं कहता हूं कि ये जो सेशन आया, इस सेशन में जो ये बिल आया, यही समय है, सही समय है, भारत का अनमोल समय है। ये प्रधानमंत्री जी का कोट ही नहीं है, ये जीवन शैली है। अमृतकाल का समय, नए संसद भवन में पहला बिल और वो भी नारी शक्ति वंदन का, और उसमें भी सभी दलों का समर्थन। इसलिए मैं सभी का आभार भी पुनः प्रकट करना चाहता हूं। मैं विपक्ष की एक बात से, जयंत चौधरी जी ने एक बात कही कि नीति स्पष्ट नहीं थी आपकी इसलिए लेट हो गए, नीयत नहीं थी। जयंत जी, ये मैं कहना चाहता हूं ये बिल इसलिए नहीं लाया गया है कि हमको इसको अटकाना चाहते हैं। अटकाना और भटकाने वाला टाइम चला गया। विपक्ष के समय लोकसभा में ये बिल इसलिए पास नहीं हो सका क्योंकि उनके पास ना तो नीति थी, ना नियत थी, ना नेतृत्व था। आज हमारे पास नीति भी है, नियत भी है, आदरणीय मोदी जी जैसा नेतृत्व भी है, इसलिए बिल आया, सर्वसम्मति तक पहुंच गया। ये सारी प्रक्रियाओं से पार करता हुआ मैं, एक विषय आया जनगणना का, कि जनगणना की क्या जरूरत होती है। उन लोगों ने जनगणना की, जनगणना का आप थोड़ा अर्थ भी समझते ही होंगे, सब विद्वान लोग बैठे हैं। भारत में जनसंख्या जनगणना संघ का विषय है, अनुच्छेद 246 और संविधान की 7वीं अनुसूची के क्रम संख्या 69 पर यह सूचीबद्ध है। जनगणना संबंधी जो संवैधानिक प्रावधान हैं वो इस प्रकार हैं। लोकसभा में राज्यों को सीटों का आवंटन, प्रत्येक राज्य के क्षेत्रीय निर्वाचन क्षेत्रों में विभाजन को भारत के संविधान के अनुच्छेद 82 के अनुसार जनगणना के आंकड़ों के आधार पर पुनः समायोजित किया जाता है। ये संवैधानिक प्रावधान है। आप कह रहे हो अभी ले आओ, 24 में ले आओ। अरे जनगणना में देखो ये आंकड़े इकट्ठे किए जाते हैं, खाली जनगणना नहीं है, ये हेड काउंट नहीं है। इसमें आपको आर्थिक गतिविधि क्या है, साक्षरता की दर क्या है, शिक्षा का स्तर क्या है, आवास और घरेलू सुविधाएं, शहरीकरण, प्रजनन, मृत्यु दर, अनुसूचित जाति, अनुसूचित जनजाति, भाषा, धर्म, प्रवासन, विकलांगता और कई अन्य सामाजिक, सांस्कृतिक और जनसांख्यिक डेटा के बारे में जानकारी का एक विश्वसनीय स्रोत है। ये छोटा विषय नहीं है जनगणना। आपने ऐसे ही कह दिया क्या है जनगणना, करा लो जनगणना, ऐसे ही हो जाएगी। और 82 आर्टिकल के बारे में भी आपने ऐसा बोल दिया। ये सब ऐसी प्रक्रियाएं हैं जिसके कारण इसको हमने कहा है, इसमें क्लोज 5 में जोड़ा है, क्लोज 5 में जोड़ा है कि बिल पास होगा, सेंसस होगी और 2026 तक चूंकि फ्रीज है डिलिमिटेशन आयोग का विषय, तो उसके बाद डिलिमिटेशन होगा। डिलिमिटेशन आयोग स्टेक होल्डर से कंसल्टेशन करके और सीट कौन सी रिजर्व होगी वो तय करेगा। इसलिए ये विषय कोई हम ऐसा नहीं कह रहे हैं कि हम करना नहीं चाहते, हम करना चाहते हैं, लेकिन ये कुछ संवैधानिक चीजें थी जिसके बारे में मुझे आपको बताना था। मैं अब थोड़ा बिल के बारे में आता हूं सभापति जी, थोड़ा सा, ज्यादा नहीं, थोड़ा सा बिल के बारे में आता हूं कि ये मैं कह रहा हूं कि हम नारी शक्ति को, उनके स्वाभिमान को सम्मान देकर के सच्चे अर्थों में नारी शक्ति वंदन कर रहे हैं। भारत की महान परंपरा में नारी शक्ति का योगदान हमेशा से ही रहा है। वैदिक काल में गार्गी, अपाला घोषा, लोपा मुद्रा जैसी विदुषी महिलाओं का उल्लेख मिलता है जिन्होंने उस काल में देश और समाज को नेतृत्व प्रदान किया। रानी दुर्गावती, रानी चेन्नम्मा, रानी अहिल्याबाई, रानी लक्ष्मीबाई जैसी नारी शक्तियों ने समय पर आने पर राज्य का नेतृत्व किया। ये उल्लेख हुआ, इसलिए कह रहा हूं, अपने राज्य के शत्रुओं से भी अपने राज्य की जनता की भी रक्षा की और विकास के नए प्रतिमान भी गढ़े। इसलिए मैं सावित्रीबाई फूले, रमाबाई, रानी गैडिन्ल्यू, भगनी निवेदिता, एनी बेसेंट, उषा मेहता, सरोजिनी नायडू, अरुणा अशरफ अली, अमृता बिश्नोई, सुषमा स्वराज ऐसी विदुषियों को मैं इस मन में याद भी करता हूं। महोदय सभापति जी, जब महिलाएं नीति निर्माण और निर्णय प्रक्रिया में हिस्सा लेगी तो वे निर्णय ज्यादा संवेदनशील, समाज के हित में, राष्ट्र के हित में होंगे, क्योंकि ऐसा माना जाता है कि ममता, करुणा, त्याग, तप, दया, प्रेम, समर्पण, ईमानदारी, साहस, रचनात्मकता के साथ साथ शक्ति महिलाओं के स्वाभाविक गुण हैं जिनका प्रभाव हमें आगे नीति निर्माण प्रक्रिया में दृष्टिगोचर होगा। 2047 में भारत अपनी आजादी के 100 वर्ष पूर्ण करेगा, जैसा कि प्रधानमंत्री जी ने इस कालखंड को अमृत काल का नाम दिया है, और 2047 तक विकसित भारत का लक्ष्य रखा गया है। उस समय विकास की इस प्रक्रिया में नारी शक्ति की प्रभावी भूमिका हो, इसलिए हम ये बिल लेकर के आए हैं। इंटर पार्लियामेंट्री यूनियन के नवीनतम डेटा जिसका जिक्र आया के अनुसार विश्व भर में नेशनल लेजिस्लेटिव बॉडीज में महिलाओं का औसत प्रतिनिधित्व 26.7% है। ये हमें बढ़ाना चाहिए कि नहीं बढ़ाना चाहिए? सबने ये जिक्र किया, 8-10 मान्य शासकों ने जिक्र किया। जैसे ये बिल पास हो जाएगा, कानून बन जाएगा, तो 33%, 1/3, ऑलमोस्ट 33%, तो हम विश्व में जो विकसित देश है उनसे भी आगे चले जाएंगे। ये इसलिए बिल लेकर के हम आपके बीच में आए हैं और आशंका प्रकट करने की जरूरत नहीं है। एक विषय आया, देखिए सभापति जी, मैं करीब मैं अब समाप्ति की ओर ही हूं, क्योंकि मुझे एक विषय आया अडल्ट फ्रेंचाइज का, मताधिकार। मताधिकार किसने दिलाया था? ये मताधिकार बेसिक पॉइंट था, जिसके कारण देखिए 27 जनवरी 1990 को साउथ बोरो कमेटी आई। फिर उसके बाद बाबा साहब अंबेडकर लगातार लगे रहे कि अडल्ट फ्रेंचाइज होना चाहिए। हमारे भी बहुत से लोग लगे रहे, लेकिन बाबा साहब अंबेडकर का एक कोट याद करूंगा सभापति जी, एक बाबा साहब का कोट याद करूंगा। जब हम मताधिकार दे रहे थे संविधान सभा में, तब कई लोगों ने कहा, ये कांग्रेस के लोग भी थे उसमें अधिकतर, कई लोगों ने कहा कि मताधिकार मत दो, बहुत से लोग अनपढ़ हैं। लेकिन बाबा साहब ने क्या कहा, मैं एक कोट करूंगा, कोट अनकोट, माई फीलिंग इज दैट every man is intelligent enough to understand exactly what he wants. Literacy has not much bearing on this point. A man be illiterate, none of less he may be intelligent. ये बाबा साहब का सोच था, जिसके कारण ये मताधिकार आया। मताधिकार के बाद अब प्रतिनिधित्व देने हम जा रहे हैं। अब मैं चूंकि बहुत से विषय आ गए और कुछ कविताओं का विषय भी आया, तो मैं भी मेरी लास्ट में एक अंतिम कविता कह करके अपनी बात समाप्त करता हूं। अमृतकाल की बेला आई, सभापति जी, अमृतकाल की बेला आई, इच्छा शक्ति दिखाई है, नारी शक्ति बंधन से महिला पहचान बढ़ाई है। नहीं रुकेगी, नहीं थकेगी, महिलाएं अब नहीं झुकेगी, एक नया इतिहास रचेगी, रोशन अपना नाम करेगी। सारा भारत झूम रहा है, और सारा भारत झूम रहा है, आपने देखा होगा कितनी महिलाएं बैठी है। सारा भारत झूम रहा है, घर घर मंगल गान बजा है, नारी को अधिकार मिला है, भारत मां का मान बढ़ा है। भारत विकसित राष्ट्र बनेगा, जो प्रधानमंत्री जी का सपना है। भारत विकसित राष्ट्र बनेगा, दुनिया का सिरमौर बनेगा। सभापति जी, भारत विकसित राष्ट्र बनेगा, दुनिया का सिरमौर बनेगा। अमृतकाल में सारा भारत देता आज बधाई है, प्रधानमंत्री जी को देता आज बधाई है। अमृतकाल की बेला आई, इच्छा शक्ति दिखाई है, नारी शक्ति बंधन से महिला पहचान बढ़ाई है। प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी को हम सभी बधाई और धन्यवाद भी देते हैं कि आपने ऐसा नेतृत्व दिया, जिसके लिए बिल आया। मैं अब चाहूंगा कि इस बिल को आप कंसीडरेशन के लिए लें। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
ऑनरेबल प्राइम मिनिस्टर।
आदरणीय सभापति जी, 2 दिन से अत्यंत महत्वपूर्ण इस विधेयक पर विस्तार से चर्चा हो रही है। करीब 132 माननीय सदस्यों ने दोनों सदन में मिलाकर के बहुत ही सार्थक चर्चा की है और भविष्य में भी इस चर्चा का एक एक शब्द आने वाली हमारी यात्रा में हम सबको काम आने वाला है। और इसलिए हर बात का अपना एक महत्व है, मूल्य है। मैं सभी माननीय सांसदों ने अपनी बात के प्रारंभ में तो पहले ही कहा है कि हम इसका समर्थन करते हैं और इसके लिए मैं सबका हृदय से अभिनंदन करता हूं, हृदय से आभार व्यक्त करता हूं। ये जो स्पिरिट पैदा हुआ है, ये स्पिरिट देश के जन जन में एक नया आत्मविश्वास पैदा करेगा और हम सभी माननीय सांसदों ने और सभी राजनीतिक दलों ने एक बहुत बड़ी अहम भूमिका निभाई है। नारी शक्ति को एक विशेष सम्मान सिर्फ विधेयक पारित होने से मिल रहा है ऐसा नहीं है। इस विधेयक के प्रति देश के सभी राजनीतिक दलों की सकारात्मक सोच होना, ये हमारे देश की नारी शक्ति को एक नई ऊर्जा देने वाली है। एक नए विश्वास के साथ राष्ट्र निर्माण में योगदान देने में नेतृत्व के साथ आगे आएगी। ये अपने आप में भी हमारे उज्जवल भविष्य की गारंटी बनने वाली है। आदरणीय सभापति जी, मैं इस सदन का समय ज्यादा लेता नहीं हूं। मैं सिर्फ जो भावना आपने व्यक्त की है उसके लिए आभार व्यक्त करता हूं और जब मतदान होगा तो मेरा आप सबसे आग्रह है कि ये उच्च सदन है, चर्चा भी उत्तम करने का प्रयास हुआ है। अब मतदान भी सर्वसम्मति से करके हम देश को एक नया विश्वास दें। इसी अपेक्षा के साथ मैं फिर एक बार सबका हृदय से बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद करता हूं।
I shall now put the motion regarding consideration of the bill to vote. The question is that the bill further to amend the Constitution of India as passed by Lok Sabha be taken into consideration. Those in favor will please say aye. Those against will please say no. I think ayes have it.
ये स्पष्ट करना चाहता हूं।
Point well noted. Very heartening together. The entire House, the upper house, the House of Elders is unanimously united on this point. Honorable members, in spite of such unanimity, there is a constitutional prescription. Under Article 360 of the Constitution, the motion will have to be adopted by a majority of total membership of the House and by a majority of not less than 2/3 of the members of the House. I'm coming. Just wait. I'm going as per procedure. Have patience. You can't put the cart before the horse. Present and voting. Division. Let the lobbies be cleared. Secretary General will now explain the voting procedure. Would you take your seat now? Honorable members, it is a constitutional prerogative. Please, I am so happy Mr. Chidambaram has given right counsel, and that is for a change. Secretary General will now explain the voting procedure.
Honorable members, For your convenience, I shall explain the voting procedure by automatic vote recording system. It may please be noted that each member has a multimedia device, MMD for short, at his desk. This MMD has an integrated mic and voting console containing 3 buttons: yes for eyes, no for nose, and abstain on the right-hand corner. There is also a separately situated button, Vote Secure, provided on the bottom left-hand corner of the multimedia device. In order to further facilitate the members, I will now explain the step-by-step method and precautions to be followed by each member in casting their votes. Step 1, I will announce that the voting process will start now. Step 2, the voting process starts and ends with a gong on a large screen hall display in the 2 corners of the chamber. The countdown time of 10 seconds in reverse counting order will be visible to the members on their respective multimedia devices. Members can cast their votes by pressing the Vote Secure button available on the bottom left-hand corner of their devices and keeping it pressed. Simultaneously press one of the yes, no, abstain buttons of his or her choice. For easy identification, these voting buttons have been indicated on your devices as green for yes, red for no, yellow for abstain. A word of caution here, the Vote Secure button should be pressed only after the gong sound. I repeat, only after the gong sound. Step 4, each member must keep the Vote Secure button as well as one of those yes, no, abstain buttons pressed simultaneously for 10 seconds, that is, at the time of closing of voting to register a valid vote. Step 5, once the valid vote is registered, the LED of voting button pressed by the member will remain on, lighted up on their devices. At the time of casting the vote, if the members observe that the LED of yes, no, and abstain buttons are simultaneously blinking, it means that their vote is not being registered. Therefore, they shall immediately release the voting button pressed by them without releasing the Vote Secure button and have to press again within the 10-second period to register a valid vote. Step 6, during the voting period, the member can change his or her vote at any time. The button pressed at the time when the voting period is ending, that is, at the 10th second, will be recorded. In case either one or both the buttons are released prior to the close of the voting period, the vote will not be registered. If a member finds that he or she has voted by mistake by pressing the wrong button, he or she can be allowed to correct the mistake through a correction slip devised for the purpose, provided he or she brings it to the notice of the chairman before the result of the division is announced. The correction slips will be distributed to the honorable members who desire to correct their recorded vote by the officials of the Secretariat.
Yes.
I will.
The Secretary General may now explain voting procedure in Hindi.
माननीय सदस्यगण, आपकी सुविधा के लिए मैं स्वचालित मतांकन प्रणाली द्वारा मतदान प्रक्रिया समझाऊंगा। कृपया ध्यान दें कि प्रत्येक सदस्य की मेज पर एक मल्टीमीडिया डिवाइस एमएमडी लगाया गया है। इस एमएमडी में इंटीग्रेटेड माइक और वोटिंग कंसोल लगे हैं, जिसके दाईं और कोने में 3 बटन हैं, हाँ के लिए यस, ना के लिए नो और एब्सटेन। इस मल्टीमीडिया उपकरण एमएमडी के निचले बाएं कोने पर अलग से एक बटन वोट सिक्योर भी दिया गया है। सदस्यों की और सुविधा हेतु मैं अब प्रत्येक सदस्य द्वारा अपना मत डालते समय अनुसरण की जाने वाली विधियों और सावधानियों को 4 चरणवार समझाऊंगा। चरण 1, मैं घोषणा करूंगा कि मतदान प्रक्रिया अब शुरू होगी। चरण 2, मतदान प्रक्रिया सभा कक्ष के दोनों कोनों में लगे बड़े स्क्रीन हॉल डिस्प्ले पर गोंग ध्वनि से शुरू होगी और समाप्त होगी। उल्टी गिनती के क्रम में 10 सेकंड की उल्टी गिनती का समय सदस्यों को उनके मल्टीमीडिया उपकरणों पर दिखाई देगा। चरण 3, सदस्य वोट सिक्योर बटन अपने उपकरण के निचले बाएं कोने में उपलब्ध है को दबाकर और उसे दबाते हुए अपनी पसंद के यस, नो, एब्सटेन बटन में किसी एक बटन को भी एक साथ दबाकर अपना मतदान कर सकते हैं। आसानी से पहचान में आने के लिए आपके उपकरणों पर इन मतदान बटनों को यस हरे, नो लाल और एब्सटेन पीले रंग में प्रदर्शित किया गया है। वोट सुरक्षित बटन को गोंग ध्वनि के बाद ही दबाया जाना चाहिए। मैं रिपीट करना चाहूँगा, गोंग ध्वनि के बाद में ही वोट सुरक्षित बटन को कृपया दबाएं। चरण 4, वैध मत दर्ज करने के लिए प्रत्येक सदस्य को वोट सिक्योर बटन के साथ यस, नो, एब्सटेन बटन में से एक को 10 सेकंड अर्थात मतदान बंद होने के समय तक के लिए एक साथ दबाए रखना होगा। चरण 5, एक बार वैध मत दर्ज हो जाने के पश्चात सदस्य द्वारा दबाए गए बटन की एलईडी उनके उपकरण पर जलती रहेगी। मतदान करते समय यदि सदस्य यह पाते हैं कि यस, नो, एब्सटेन बटन की एलईडी एक साथ ब्लिंक कर रही है तो इसका मतलब है कि उनका मत दर्ज नहीं हो रहा है। इसलिए वे स्वयं द्वारा दबाए गए मतदान बटन को तुरंत छोड़ दें, वोट सिक्योर बटन को छोड़े बिना, और तत्पश्चात वैध मत दर्ज करने के लिए 10 सेकंड की अवधि में पुनः बटन को दबाएं। चरण 6, मतदान अवधि के दौरान सदस्य किसी समय अपना मत बदल सकते हैं। मतदान की अवधि समाप्त होने के समय अर्थात 10वें सेकंड में दबा कर रखे गए बटन का मत ही दर्ज होगा। यदि मतदान अवधि समाप्त होने से पहले कोई एक या दोनों बटन छोड़ दिए जाते हैं तो मत दर्ज नहीं होगा। यदि किसी सदस्य को पता चलता है कि उन्होंने गलती से गलत बटन दबाकर मतदान कर दिया है तो उन्हें गलती सुधारने के उद्देश्य से तैयार की गई सुधार पर्ची के माध्यम से गलती को सुधारने की अनुमति दी जा सकती है, परंतु इसके लिए उन्हें मत विभाजन का परिणाम घोषित किए जाने से पूर्व इसे सभापति के ध्यान में लाना होगा। अपने दर्ज मत को सही करने के इच्छुक मान्य सदस्यों को सुधार पर्चियां सचिवालय के कर्मचारियों द्वारा वितरित की जाएंगी।
Honorable members, I would like to inform you that as we are doing voting electronically, honorable members would have to be seated in their respective seats. Honorable members from Lok Sabha may like to occupy the vacant seats indicated so on the multimedia device. Alternatively, they may sit in the space between the two seats. The question is that the bill further to amend the Constitution of India as passed by Lok Sabha be taken into consideration. Those in favor will please say aye. Aye. Those against will please say no. I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it. Division. Secretary General.
Honorable members, I am starting the voting process. The voting time starts now.
करके टोटल करके तब
हाँ सॉरी, इधर विजय, इधर
हाँ हाँ वो दे रहे हैं, सब दे रहे हैं, सब दे रहे हैं। कुछ मेंबर्स का रिकॉर्ड नहीं हुआ है ये रिकॉर्ड रख लेना ना, 171 याद रख लेना मैंने, क्योंकि ऐड करने पड़ेंगे इसमें, विल हैव टू ऐड।
फर्स्ट वोटिंग लिख दीजिए ऊपर, फर्स्ट वोटिंग लिख दीजिए ऊपर पेंसिल से। दीपक, ये फ्रंट रो पूरा नहीं हुआ है, जरा देखो जरा। वो सीट नंबर से देख लीजिएगा, टैली कर लीजिएगा, कहीं ज़्यादा नहीं हो जाए। नहीं नहीं, हाँ वही वही। टोटल अटेंडेंस की 202। ओनली 31 आर मिसिंग। हाँ तो कितने हैं, काउंट कर लीजिए। नहीं नहीं, मैं कह रहा हूँ इधर देवे। नहीं नहीं,
सर इनका इंटरनेशनल कुछ ये है।
Rules don't. Motive. at my house. I was his guardian in Mayo College. And that is why I was harsh to him. Otherwise, a very senior person. Honorable members, subject to correction, ayes 215. Noes 0. Abstention 0. The motion is adopted by a majority of the total membership of the House and by a majority of not less than 2/3 of the members of the House present and voting. A historic achievement. Congratulations. Honorable members, it is only a coincidence. मन कंचन है, यह संयोग ऐसा है, हिंदू रीति विधि के अनुसार माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी का आज जन्मदिन भी है। मैं उनको कोटि कोटि बधाई देता हूं। We shall now take up clause by clause consideration of the bill. Clause 2 stands part of the bill. There are 9 amendments. Would the honorable members like to move them? All right, all right. Clause 2 stands part of the bill. 9 amendments. Shri Santosh Kumar P., are you moving the amendment? Moving. Dr. John Britas?
Yes, sir, I am moving.
Number 19. Shri Binoy Vishwam? Are you moving or not? Moving.
I am moving.
Numbers 48 to 52 by Professor Manoj Kumar Jha. Moving? Number 65 by Professor Ram Gopal Yadav.
Moving, sir.
Amendments moved. I shall first put the amendment moved by Shri Santosh Kumar P to vote. Who's? No, there is no listed amendment. Mr. Jairam Ramesh, I have to go by those amendments which have been legally admitted, and therefore to make an issue at such a solemn occasion not appropriate. Otherwise, we can continue making all kind of interventions. Okay. I shall first put the amendments moved by Shri Santosh Kumar P to vote. Those in favor will please say aye. Those against will please say no. I think noes have it, the noes have it, the noes have it. The amendment is negatived. I shall now put the amendment moved by Dr. John Britas to vote. Those in favor will please say aye. Those against will please say no. I think noes have it, noes have it, noes have it. The amendment is negatived. I shall now put the amendment moved by Shri Binoy Vishwam to vote. Those in favor will please say aye. Those against will please say no. I think the noes have it, the noes have it, the noes have it. The amendment is negatived. I shall now put the amendments moved by Professor Manoj Kumar Jha to vote. Those in favor will please say aye. Those against will please say no. I think the noes have it, the noes have it, the noes have it. The amendments are negatived. I shall now put the amendment moved by Professor Ram Gopal Yadav to vote. Those in favor will please say aye. Those against will please say no. I think noes have it, the noes have it, the noes have it. The amendment is negatived. I shall now put clause 2 to vote. Those in favor will please say aye. Those against will please say no. I think the ayes have it. Division. Lobbies are already cleared. Secretary General.
Honorable members, I am starting the voting process. The voting time starts now. नोज भी दबाया किसी ने नोज दबाया हाँ देखो मैडम का शायद नहीं हुआ है मेरे ख्याल से
I think it will be appropriate. Those who need slips may raise their hands. Yes.
लास्ट वाले वोटिंग का कितना रिजल्ट रहा था
हाँ बोलो। ना ऐसे नहीं, इधर से नहीं, दिस नोट डन, बताइए नीचे तो ये Honorable members, subject to correction, I am happy to announce Ayes 214. Noes 0. Abstention 0. Clause 2 is adopted by a majority of the total membership of the House and by a majority of not less than 2/3 of the members of the House present and voting. We'll find out. And that is why subject to correction. But that missing vote may raise the hand if he likes. Clause 3 stands part of the bill. Honorable members, there are 13 amendments. Number 3 by Sri Santosh Kumar P. Are you moving, sir?
Moving.
Number 12 by Sri Abdul Wahab. Moving. Number 13 by Shri Dipender Singh Huda.
सर ये ओबीसी के लिए हम मूव कर रहे हैं ओबीसी का
Are you moving or not?
सो ओबीसी का होना चाहिए उसके लिए
Are
मूव
you
कर रहे हैं
moving or not?
moving.
Good, very good. Number 20 to 24 by Dr. John Bittas. Moving?
Moving, sir.
Number 32 by Shri K.C. Venugopal.
And we
Are
are
you
demanding
moving?
OBC also.
Are
So
you
I am
moving?
moving my amendment.
Are you moving? Okay. Very good. Number 37 by Shri Binoy Viswam. Are you moving? Are you moving? Okay. Numbers 53 and 54 by Professor Manoj Kumar Jha. Moving.
Yeah, I'm moving.
Number 66 by Professor Ram Gopal Yadav. Moving.
Yes, sir.
Amendments moved. I shall first put the amendments moved by Shri Santosh Kumar P to vote. Those in favor will please say aye. Those against will please say no. I think the noes have it, the noes have it, the noes have it. The amendment is negatived. I shall now put the amendment moved by Shri Abdul Wahab to vote. Those in favor will please say aye. Those against will please say no. I think the noes have it, the noes have it, the noes have it. The amendment is negatived. I shall now put the amendment moved by Shri Dipender Singh Huda to vote. Those in favor will please say aye. Those against will please say no. I think the noes have it, the noes have it, the noes have it. The amendment is negatived. I shall now put the amendments moved by Dr. John Bittas to vote. Those in favor will please say aye. Those against will please say no. I think the noes have it, the noes have it, the noes have it. The amendments are negatived. I shall now put the amendments moved by Shri K.C. Venugopal to vote. Those in favor will please say aye. Those against will please say no. I think the noes have it, the noes have it, the noes have it. The amendment is negatived. I shall now put the amendment moved by Shri Binoy Viswam to vote. Those in favor will please say aye. Those against will please say no. I think the noes have it, the noes have it, the noes have it. The amendment is negatived. I shall now put the amendments moved by Professor Manoj Kumar Jha to vote. Those in favor will please say aye. Those against will please say no. I think the noes have it, the noes have it, the noes have it. The amendments are negatived. I shall now put the amendment moved by Professor Ram Gopal Yadav to vote. Those in favor will please say aye. Those against will please say no. I think the noes have it, the noes have it, the noes have it. The amendment is negatived. I shall now put clause 3 to vote. Those in favor will please say aye. Those against will please say no. I think the ayes have it. Division, lobbies are already cleared. Secretary General.
Honorable members, I am starting the voting process. The voting time starts now. The voting time starts now. How is it? I think that you.
Modi ji, Modi ji. At my house, we'll go together and get Venugopal also. No, you are part of the family. ये पेपर क्या हटा गया सर? डोंट डू दिस पेपर सर। मैं मांगू तो देना, पीछे रखो। मैं मांगू तो देना, एकदम पीछे। Honorable members, subject to correction, ayes 213, noes 1, abstain 0. The clause 3 is adopted by a majority of the total membership of the House and by a majority of not less than 2/3 of the members of the House present and voting. Clause 4 stands part of the bill. There are 12 amendments. Number 4 by Shri Santosh Kumar P. Are you moving?
Moving.
Number 14 by Shri Dipender Singh Hooda.
समाज की महिलाओं को भी आरक्षण मिले सर।
Number 25 to 27 by Dr. John Britas.
The mic. Yeah, that's right. There should be mic for me when I am moving, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, there's
Yes.
mic here.
Sir, I am moving, sir.
What is sir?
Number 33 by Shri K.C. Venugopal.
I am moving for OBC.
Number 38 to 40 by Shri Binoy Vishwam. Moving or not?
Sir, mic.
I move it for the OBC rights.
Sir, you have to say either you move or you don't move.
I move it for the OBC rights.
No. Only moving.
Sir, I move it for the OBC rights.
Very sad. We can't follow the rules. Number 55 and 56 by Professor Manoj Kumar Jha. Are you moving? Yes or no?
Sir, moving for OBC subaltern politics.
A professor, again a student. Number 67 by Professor Ram Gopal Yadav.
Moving,
you
sir.
are my last hope.
Moving, sir.
Okay, thank you. Amendments moved. I shall first put the amendments moved by Santosh Kumar B to P2 vote. Those in favor will please say aye. Those against will please say no. I think the noes have it, the noes have it, the noes have it. The amendment is negative. I shall now put the amendment moved by Shri Dipender Singh Hooda to vote. Those in favor will please say aye. Those against will please say no. I think the noes have it, the noes have it, the noes have it. The amendment is negative. I shall now put the amendments moved by Dr. John Britas to vote. Those in favor will please say aye. Those against will please say no. I think the noes have it, the noes have it, the noes have it. The amendments are negative. I shall now put the amendment moved by Shri K.C. Venugopal to vote. Those in favor will please say aye. Those against will please say no. I think the noes have it, the noes have it, the noes have it. The amendment is negative. I shall now put the amendments moved by Shri Binoy Vishwam to vote. Those in favor will please say aye. Those against will please say no. I think the noes have it, the noes have it, the noes have it. The amendments are negative. I shall now put the amendments moved by Professor Manoj Kumar Jha to vote. Those in favor will please say aye. Those against will please say no. I think the noes have it, the noes have it, the noes have it. The amendments are negative. I shall now put the amendment moved by Professor Ram Gopal Yadav to vote. Those in favor will please say aye. Those against will please say no. I think the noes have it, the noes have it, the noes have it. The amendment is negatived. Honorable members, before I take up clause 4, I request the Secretary General to once give the procedure. There seem to be some minor situations which can be corrected. Honorable Secretary General. You see, Mr. K.C. Venugopal, listen to me. Our members are adapting to technology. If they are given some guidance for a minute or two, our number there will be complete. Slips will not be needed. Go ahead. Secretary General. Mr. Secretary General.
Sir, with your kind permission, I'll just reiterate the process.
Briefly.
Kindly note that once the gong sound starts, only then you have to press the vote secure button. And having pressed the vote secure button, then you have to press either of the three, that is ayes, noes or abstain. And keep it pressed till the gong sound gets over, that is till the 10th second. Once you do that, keep both the things pressed. It will be registering the correct vote.
Thank you. I shall now put clause 4 to vote. Those in favor will please say aye. Those against will please say no. I think the ayes have it. Division. Lobbies are already cleared. Secretary General.
Honorable members, I am starting the voting process. The voting time starts now.
Honorable members, subject to correction, ayes 214, noes 0, abstains 0. Clause 4 is adopted by a majority of the total membership of the House and by a majority of not less than 2/3 of the members of the House present and voting. Clause 5 stands part of the bill. There are 40 amendments. Numbers 5 to 9 by Shri Santosh Kumar P. 15 and 16, Shri Dipender Singh Hooda. Number 17 by Shrimati Priyanka Chaturvedi. Number 28 to 31 by John Britas, Dr. John Britas. Number 34 by Shri K.C. Venugopal. Number 41 to 44 by Shri Binoy Vishwam. 46 by Shri Ilamaram Karim. 47 by Shri A.A. Rahim. 57 to 64 by Professor Manoj Kumar Jha. Number 68 by Dr. V. Sivdasan. 69 by Shri Syed Nasir Hussain. 70 by Shri Dheeraj Prasad Sahu. 71 by Shrimati Rajni Ashok Rao Patil. 72 by Dr. Ami Yaznik. 73 by Shrimati Fulo Devi Netam. 74 by Shrimati Ranjit Ranjan. 75 by Shri Rajmani Patel. 76 Shrimati J.B. Mather Isam. 77 by Shri Vivek K. Tanka. 78 by Dr. L. Hanumanthaya. 79 by Shri Neeraj Dangi. 80 by Shrimati Mawa Maji. Amendment moved. I shall put the amendments moved by Shri Santosh Kumar P to vote. Those in favor will please say aye. Those against will please say no. I think the noes have it. The noes have it. The noes have it. The amendments are negatived. I shall now put the amendments moved by Shri Dipender Singh Hooda to vote. Those in favor will please say aye. Those against will please say no. Nothing will go on record other than this. I think the noes have it. The noes have it. The noes have it. The amendments are negatived. I shall now put the amendment moved by Shrimati Priyanka Chaturvedi to vote. Those in favor will please say aye. Those against will please say no. I think the noes have it. The noes have it. The noes have it. The amendment is negatived. I shall now put the amendments moved by Dr. John Britas to vote. Those in favor will please say aye. Those against will please say no. I think the noes have it. The noes have it. The noes have it. The amendments are negatived. I shall now put the amendment moved by Shri K.C. Venugopal to vote. Those in favor will please say aye. You are a senior man. Those against will please say no. I think the noes have it, the noes have it, the noes have it. The amendment is negatived. I shall now put the amendments moved by Shri Binoy Vishwam to vote. Those in favor will please say aye. Those against will please say no. I think the noes have it, the noes have it, the noes have it. The amendments are negatived. I shall now put the amendment moved by Shri Ilamaram Karim to vote. Those in favor will please say aye. Those against will please say no. I think the noes have it. The noes have it. The noes have it. The amendment is negatived. I shall now put the amendment moved by Shri A.A. Rahim to vote. Those in favor will please say aye. Those against will please say no. I think the noes have it. The noes have it. The noes have it. The amendment is negatived. I shall now put the amendments moved by Professor Manoj Kumar Jha to vote. Those in favor will please say aye. Those against will please say no. I think the noes have it. The noes have it. The noes have it. The amendments are negatived. I shall now put the amendments moved by Dr. V. Sivdasan to vote. Those in favor will please say aye. Those against will please say no. I think the noes have it. The noes have it. The noes have it. The amendment is negatived. I shall now put the amendment moved by Shri Syed Nasir Hussain to vote. Those in favor will please say aye. Those against will please say no. I think the noes have it. The noes have it. The noes have it. The amendment is negatived. I shall now put the amendment moved by Shri Dheeraj Prasad Sahu to vote. Those in favor will please say aye. Those against will please say no. I think the noes have it. The noes have it. The noes have it. The amendment is negatived. I shall now put the amendment moved by Srimati Rajni Ashok Rao Patil to vote. Those in favor will please say aye. Those in favor will please say aye. Good. Those against will please say no. I think the noes have it. The noes have it. The noes have it. The amendment is negatived. I shall now put the amendment moved by Dr. Ami Yaznik to vote. Those in favor will please say aye. Those against will please say no. I think the noes have it. The noes have it. The noes have it. The amendment is negatived. I shall now put the amendment moved by Srimati Phulo Devi Netam to vote. Those in favor will please say aye. Those against will please say no. I think the noes have it. The noes have it. The noes have it. The amendment is negatived. I shall now put the amendments moved by Srimati Ranjit Ranjan to vote. Those in favor will please say aye. Nothing will go on record. Those against will please say no. I think the noes have it. The noes have it. The noes have it. The amendment is negative. I shall now put the amendment moved by Srimati Shri Rajmani Patel. Shri Rajmani Patel to vote. Those in favor will please say aye. Those against will please say no. I think the noes have it. The noes have it. The noes have it. The amendment is negative. I shall now put the amendment moved by Srimati J.B. Mathera, Assam, to vote. Those in favor will please say aye. Okay. Those against will please say no. I think the noes have it. The noes have it. The noes have it. The amendment is negative. I shall now put the amendment moved by Shri Vivek Ketankha to vote. Those in favor will please say aye. Those against will please say no. I think the noes have it. The noes have it. The noes have it. The amendment is negative. I shall now put the amendment moved. I go by procedure. You better do your homework. I shall now put the amendment moved by Dr. L. Hanumantiya to vote. Those in favor will please say aye. Those against will please say no. I think noes have it. The noes have it. The noes have it. The amendment is negative. I shall now put the amendment moved by Shri Neeraj Dangi to vote. Those in favor will please say aye. Those against will please say no. I think the noes have it. The noes have it. The noes have it. The amendment is negative. I shall now put the amendment moved by Srimati Mahua Maji to vote. Those in favor will please say aye. Those against will please say no. I think the noes have it. The noes have it. The noes have it. The amendment is negative. I shall now, honorable members, put clause 5 to vote. Those in favor will please say aye. Those against will please say no. I think the ayes have it. Division lobbies are already cleared. Secretary General.
Honorable members, I am starting the voting process. The voting time starts now.
देखिए